Graduates, could you please step in front of your vehicles facing this direction? We welcome everyone to the 55th annual graduation ceremony of Glendale Junior Senior High School. We thank all of you for joining us for this special event. At this time, I'd like to welcome and introduce Dr. Andy Mulholland, our board president.
Thank you, Ed. Welcome, everybody, to this very unique graduation for a unique group of individuals. I don't think anyone in the history of Glendale has ever had to go through what you have in their senior year, finishing all your courses online. That's got to be difficult. So congratulations to all of you for that. You know, it's how we handle ourselves when adversity strikes that defines us. Everybody's great in the good times, but when the times are hard, that's when people show their true colors. So I think you've all done very well. I'm very proud of you all. So, on behalf of the Glendale School District, by the power invested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the Department of Education, and the Glendale School District Board of Directors, I now pronounce you graduates of the Glendale Junior Senior High School class of 2020, now and forevermore. Please flip your tassels, and I think you should probably toss your hats. Everybody, the class of 2020, congratulations. Woo.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. The job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been.
Good evening. On behalf of the Glendale School District, Board of Education, administration, faculty, and staff, it is my sincere pleasure to welcome you to the 55th annual commencement ceremony at the Glendale Junior Senior High School. Although it's 55th annual, I'm pretty sure it's our first ever virtual graduation celebration, and hopefully the last. 2 months ago, none of us would have believed that we would be celebrating your outstanding achievement and milestone in such a new and creative way. We realize that life is always full of challenges and surprises, and our recent school closure certainly fits into that category. These challenging times have demonstrated the creative measures and the resolve of both our students and staff. I'm grateful that we've been able to face these challenges together. You as a class have all experienced a great deal together. You've shared smiles, laughs, tears, heartache, school closure, and a pandemic. I've seen firsthand the caring and generous, compassionate nature of this class. Students who've demonstrated that they're ready to move on and make a positive impact within our community. Our Glendale school community takes great pride in seeing you reach this day in your life. We're proud of you and who you've become. We all realize that time moves very quickly for all of us. These are the times that we need to stop and enjoy, cherish, and celebrate together. Tonight is a new beginning for all of you, a beginning of new dreams and experiences that would await you. Some of you will be attending college or trade school, starting employment, joining the military to protect and serve this great country. You'll meet new people and make new friends. Some will move far away from our community, but Glendale will always be your home. I, for one, am eager to watch and see the great success and the positive impact that you'll make on our community and the world. Stay focused, keep dreaming, and always remain proud of who you are and where you came from. Our Glendale community salutes your success. You've met the challenges in front of you, and you're ready to be the best that you can be. You all have the talents needed to be successful. Jerry Zucker once said, "You have nothing to lose. Everything you have acquired of value is locked inside of you." I encourage all of you to use your talents to the best of your ability and to be the best that you can be. Be well, and may God bless the graduating class of 2020. Thank you.
The one thing that I was always told in high school that I will never forget is that it's okay to not be perfect, and it's okay to fail, because it's a growing experience. You take it, you learn, and you grow from it. You use it to do better next time. And although we do not have the perfect and ideal senior year, it's okay. Just because things did not go as planned does not mean that it's all over. This pandemic is just a bump in the road that allows us to learn and grow as individuals, and it will prepare us for the future. We came into this world during the shock of our nation from 9/11. No one was sure what would happen next. Everything began to change, and precaution was implemented everywhere we went. Precautions we have grown up with, never knowing anything different. We came into this world during a time of uncertainty. Comparing now to then, we are graduating in a time so similar. However, we did not, and we will not let it stop us from growing. We are not going to let fear stop us from accomplishing our goals. Growing up through high school, adversity never stopped. Although we did not lose any members from our class, more than once we had to walk into the school knowing someone was not there. We had to experience the emptiness after a loss. It was quiet through the halls. No laughter, no bright faces, just emptiness. But we came together to be there for one another. There was hope and comfort knowing we could rely on one another. We only grew from the pain that we shared amongst each other, and we grew as a class closer and stronger. It was in these moments that we saw a difference in ourselves and how we were growing up, ready or not. 2020 reminds me of the saying, "When life gives you lemons, make lemonade." But hasn't that been our motto since the first day of life? We have been given a lot of lemons in our past, and this year is just one more to add to the pile. We couldn't wait for it to be our year. Our last first day, our last time stepping off the mat, field, or court, our last time walking out of the GACTC building, our last prom, our senior night, and finally our graduation, surrounded by family and friends. Because of the shutdown, our last moments have changed. We've taken for granted the moments that we would have found exciting, such as the countdown for when the bell would ring for summer, walking down the hall one last time, and the final time we'd walk out that door as a Glendale High School student. We had those moments, but they weren't as we had planned them to be. But this is just one more lemon, one more step into our new lives. Life cannot be planned out, and in understanding how to make lemonade out of these tough situations, we will keep growing and learning and overcome adversity. Life has given us some really sour lemons, but yet, when you look at the lemons, you see their bright yellow color and think about the good things that came from them. Combine the sour lemons with the sweetness that your future will bring you, and you will have your lemonade. And in making lemons into lemonade, we can say that we have been well prepared in life by our families. Thank you to all the moms and dads and grandparents, aunts and uncles for stepping up to fight for us when we couldn't fight for ourselves. Thank you to my fellow classmates who were always there to lean on in a time of crisis, but also knew the right time to tell me to stop crying and return to life. Thank you to all the faculty and staff at Glendale. You are the ones that pushed us harder and further than any others. You helped us not see adversity as a stopping point, but rather a springboard that would help us grow into the people we will become. And thank you, Glendale, for the opportunities and allowing us to make the memories that we have shared together for the past 12 years. Congratulations, Class 2020. Remember, when life hands you more lemons, change the lemons and grow from it and enjoy your lemonade.
Before I begin, I would like to start off with a thank you to my family. You guys have been the foundation that has built me into who I am today, and I can never be more grateful for that. Whatever success I've earned, I owe it all to you. There's a long list of friends I would like to thank, but for the sake of time, I'll keep it short. You guys know who you are. And finally, I would like to thank my right-hand man, the dirty Dan to my pinhead Larry, and our salutatorian, Jenna Mooney. Funny how we started off dreaming of this moment in Paul Koski's geometry class, and now it's finally come. It just shows that hard work and dedication truly do pay off. And now for the real reason I'm here, my speech. As Charles Dickens once wrote, it was the best of times and it was the worst of times. Who knew a novel written in the 1800s would give us a phrase with such a short but powerful representation of our year so far in 2020, especially for the graduating class. We all have had our highs and our lows that have brought us here today. When it comes to adversity, it's unique to the individual. But I think it's safe to point out what we all have in common. Born in a time of uncertainty, we now find ourselves right back in the hands of the world around us. Yet I can say, with certainty, we will overcome just as we always have. Each one of us has our reasons to push forward, and I'm here to remind you that life is not always going to be easy. You will fall, and you will hit rock bottom at some point, maybe multiple from here on out. But just as Dickens implies, life would not be complete without these struggles. It is the moments where you feel you can no longer stand that make the moments where you're flying that much more extraordinary. My goal was to be standing here. For those who have never made it on this stage, the ones who sadly never will. This was my brother's tassel. This is my adversity. It's not something I have overcome, and it's an obstacle I will struggle with every day for the rest of my life. I brought it with me as a form of closure. Life may have stopped him from making it on this stage during his senior year, and from being here with me today, causing him to miss out on yet another milestone in my journey. Life may have taken him away from me, but this is my way of taking him back. If there is one thing I learned in his loss that I think is a valuable lesson to take with you, it's that life does not quit, even when you think it should. Life does not wait for you to catch your breath even after it's knocked the wind out of you. So what can you do? You pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and you keep going, even if it's in spite of anyone or anything saying you can't. So from here on out, go forward. Fall. Fly. Experience what life has to offer you, good and bad. Make the most of the best times, and more importantly, learn from the worst. Make new memories wherever your journey may take you, but never forget where you came from or the people who made you who you are today. So don't forget to thank the ones that helped you get here, the people who held on to you in the worst times, and the same ones who celebrated with you in the best. We've come this far together, and now as we go our separate ways, remember the wise words of SpongeBob himself. You don't need a license to drive a sandwich. Nah, I'm just kidding. I would love to end on that note, and though I do think it applies to us graduates, if you really think about it, I would rather leave you with a childhood memory. A quote not from some novelist or playwright, but a children's author. As Dr. Seuss says himself, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the one who will decide where to go. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Good evening. President John F. Kennedy once said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country." At the time, he was speaking of a call to civil service, and over 50 years later, it is still relevant in today's world. We are asking ourselves what we can do for our country by conducting this graduation ceremony in a different way, a safe way. This has turned into a year that not one of us could have anticipated. Your senior year was interrupted in a way that no other class has ever experienced. Some normally anticipated events, such as final sports seasons, final concerts, last performances on stage, awards and recognition ceremonies, and your prom just didn't happen. Giving up these memories is what you have done for your country. You have anticipated, or you have accepted safety over memories, and that hurts. You deserve those times, and we know this. Glendale is not just a high school. We are a family. And we show it in our support for our students. This year's outpouring of generosity for the 2020 graduates demonstrated that more than ever. The teachers have been volunteering each chance that they get to come to school and to see you. The community lined up on the streets tonight to acknowledge you. You need to use this feeling tonight of acceptance and accomplishment. Hold on to it. Remember it when you think that you are stuck or are alone, and rise up against any adversity you face. As we look to history, we find that other generations and classes started their journey into adulthood with adversity, while different, no less disruptive. Some endured world wars, some social unrest. In each case, graduates just like you chose to look at these challenges and face them. Your sacrifices are no less important, but I am asking you to make another choice, not for your country or the world around you. I want you to make a choice for you. You can choose to see this year and all you didn't experience as a setback, or you can see it as a challenge and meet it as other generations before you have. You are and will always be the COVID-19 class. Embrace it and use it as a badge of honor for the next time you face a challenge. The next time adversity stands in your way and forces you to miss out on something important. You can choose to reach for the strength you gained this year, a strength you didn't know that you had. The world has changed in more ways than one, and you have changed with it. But you didn't change alone. You had your fellow classmates, your family, and your school, all facing this together as you make your choice of what to do after graduation. Remember that we are always here for you. You will never be alone, and you are strong enough to face any challenge. I wish you all the best as you move towards a path you have chosen for that next chapter in your lives. Follow your dreams, continue to learn, continue to grow, and you will be able to accomplish any challenge that is set before you. Thank you. Natasha L. Kazner. Abigail R. Cherry. Michael Clarkson. Nicole Allen Conrad. Deborah A. Downs. Madison E. Downs. Taylor Ann Duclo. Seth D. DeDurge. Corey James Fontenelle. Austin M. Fuller. Carly Renee Grimes. Maisie Jane Hockenberry. Paige Ryan Holland. Kyle A. Jasper. Corey D. Johnston. Gavin James Keith. Jackson A. Kipton. Alexa E. Lane. Madison Victoria Lucar. Sierra Dawn McBride. Cheyenne Joan Miller. Jenna Renee Mooney. Madison Noel Niebauer. Regina Veronica Knoll. Delaney J. Thomas. Ryan D. Kringle. Zoe Ann Rayleigh. Jared Tyler Reed. Raina M. Richards. Destiny Hannah Robinson. Daniel Scott Rolls Jr. Tristan Claire Brother. Katie Ann Redball. Philip J. Smeal. Olivia E. Spanik. Kyle Lee Style. Elaine K. Elizabeth Vershak. Brianna Lynn Vershak. Timothy D. Williams. Victoria Rose Witherow. James E. Yingling. Angelia K. Zubinsky.